man here, and so such and such. And here we go. Sign in and whatnot. Sign in. Just thing to my maturity level and stuff like that. But the younger they might be like
EA Sports, to the game.
So I think we were in the middle of a game. We had a game from yesterday that I video class, and finish that game while your verification is up. What are you talking about, man? What the hell? Your say let's not do that. Game. So let's not resume the game. We'll be on. Let's not resume that game. Let's delete that game. And then let's play Madden Legends or Elites. Let's play Madden Elites. Okay, and then we'll go up against the let's see here. We'll go up against like I don't know if we should do the Legends. The Legends ain't good. The Bengals. Let's go against the Bengals. Alright. Let's be the Legends. Yeah. Let's go Cincy. Let's say rookie. And then right there. And then exhibition of everything good. Partly cloudy. Madden Legends say let's play Santa Clarita. You know what I'm saying? Near the stadium. That's it. That's it. I'll turn it up like that. Not like that. Like Americish. Remember?
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Madden Legends. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Madden Legends.
Hey, let's do this. Ready?
I'm Brandon Godden and Charles kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams.
Favored by 3.
Terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can put the eye on offense and move the ball downfield.
Ready?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been if he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here comes the Madden Legends offense out for their first possession. Leading them out will be the three-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 29, the dynamic Steve Young.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about it and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it's permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
For a gain of 31.
And that's a big time pitching catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back. But it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, nothing but room to run.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Steve Young. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you. And you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he'll just get teased. He'll be glaring at him. Next time.
He's going to get it right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Every time I watch LT Bill plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page of the Minnesota.
They bring him down with sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Ware in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards and take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Pressure again, and down he goes again. Reggie White, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
We're talking about teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
I'm just getting so air. Oh, you know, man.
Forced him to take just the 3.
And nothing, taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they got to be ecstatic. They didn't let him get anywhere, but made him kick a field goal. It almost looks like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. 15-yard line. Steve Young and his Madden Legends offense heading out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell me, no, it's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, they did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they whip it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Young with a give to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards now go around, a first down as well.
A good run there on right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they can split the their offensive line.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll run with Barry Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, giving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries. But he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. Young, the right side is holding, but it's holding Gonzalez. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down the way and bring up 2nd down.
That's off the mark, incomplete. Barry Sanders, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Young on 3rd down. He'll get this one off to Sanders. And he will lose yardage here.
At the 30, might just go.
Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, You're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage lost, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. And it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, snip it out, and finish it off.
Hail Mary. Hail Mary. I'm at the 30. Yeah, just a quick strike. Oh, man, come on.
Late game offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Set him back 5 yards.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll throw again. Young. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And there's going to be
Got him on post route.
the 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. It's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because
And he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away. Because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. May have a screen soon.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Jordan. Looking for Brandon. It's intercepted. He's got a Hall of Famer now back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who we're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Madden legends heading back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and this time, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense started to have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may gain more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now here's Young. It's traffic, please. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Young leads the Sanders on the draw. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there.
And he will have a touchdown. Randy Moss, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Madden legends are in for 6.
Randy Moss led the league in receiving touchdowns 5 times starting in 1998. The last coming in 2009. And a lot of it, to me, was not just the natural talent, which was unbelievable, but the determination. All always was upset he wasn't a top 5 selection in the NFL draft. Kept being upset about people passing on him early in the first round. And he finally got to Minnesota. He decided to really establish himself in the NFL and let everyone else know they made a big mistake.
Extra point by Anderson would have been good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with an opening touchdown. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here we go with a player spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. That hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe you've got to figure out how do we get rid of the ball.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did. But
yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you get 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. What a disastrous start for him so far. He's thrown the ball 2 times, both times intercepted.
The heck with his progressions. The heck with what he's seeing downfield. It's really simple, partner. See the color shirts your team's wearing? Throw to those. Not the other color shirt. The color that your team is wearing. That's what the coach is taught him right now.
This one going by AJ Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the receiver where any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First and 10. And a catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well. With a little bit of confidence.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Despite only needing one down the throw, Robinson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another look for Dalton on second and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now prior to this third and one, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. The Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Another chance for Dalton. He just throws it away, and that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't it? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now Steve Young and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing now, your team can't believe, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them what they did that because they don't think there's many blemishes on their record. They think they did way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going.
Sounds eerie.
Second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Coverage and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And these guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, all that's left in this first half as they come up on first down. Their devious INT now looking down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final act of the first half. Dalton is going to air it out deep for Green. And for the 3rd time here, this package intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here. What's an 8-point game? As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Gott.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting ready to go again, here's Andy Dalton marching back on the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? There's confidence in it. And look at how
Blitz coming, down he goes. Kevin Green coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means with one big swing of ground,
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's tough right there. He went right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
3rd and 1. What will Dalton dial up? With a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to watch those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Kevin Huber now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And Sanders now returning. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over to the 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now. They show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hurting, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
The play fake, now Young. Oh, he's got him in right back with good clean. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, they allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Young. Almost intercepted.
Well,
A huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, it brings up 4th.
Not only was the pass how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first of 2. There's another one here in this 3rd quarter.
We have got that. What are you trying to
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Anderson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. It gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the made field goal, Anderson back out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Perfect here on 1st down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They're running now. Here we go. And forget about finding a way. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of the best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Kevin Huber now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to put it away. Back onto the field comes the offense. offense for the Madden Legends. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're 19 plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. It's not easily done.
And they're getting down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, but you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Off the play fake, Young. Juniors looking inside. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to breathe things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You have to use time.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Tony Gonzalez from 19 yards away. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finally, a big target for the touchdown. Now the lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, they're not just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end don't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Anderson on for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists in their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10 for Dalton. To the left side here for Alford. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run a 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
It's second down, Dalton Walker. He gets it to the ball. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Andy Dalton now 8 of 15.
All I can fight today is the lettuce and the risotto today. Can't do anything.
Looks to throw. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Second down, Dalton. And he will catch him. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. And even 60 yards.
Well, Clark, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nixon trying to punch it in. And I think they stopped him again. They did. At the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Dalton now. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the side. Reggie White in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted. Let it roll, it's picked. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one after this.
Yeah.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Well, here, this is their fullback getting the carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if he can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On the carry, here's Sanders. And play there absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back. Everything you go through, holding up the runner,
Nice little run.
getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? On 3rd down. That's Sanders. The second
Man.
is going to give him.
I can't get anywhere.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Another got to be careful not to go to the line too often. But it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And on now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is a lay. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And take it right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and
Damn,
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play. And pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look it down and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Dalton here from the gun. From behind, he's going to be driven down. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. Already pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
man, we'll let that just go ahead and wind down.
Second sack now in the afternoon. So they tried to go for it for 5, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was all they had.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, your spell is good shape, but you cheated a little bit with that.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.